Hey, I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Braden, and we are Brothers Bin Blasting, your bin blasting all-stars.
A unique sanitizing service begins right after your local trash collection. With a scheduled pickup time and location, we arrive promptly to clean your bins on the spot.
Our advanced 360-degree cleaning heads and pressurized water heated to over 200 degrees ensures a powerful blast blasting away 99% of all germs and bacteria. Visit our website at brosbinblasting.com and use code GETBLASTED to receive 50% off your first cleaning.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality. Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Transform your yard with custom fence and deck, where elegance meets function. Serving Martinsburg and surrounding areas for over 30 years, our expertly crafted decks and fences offer both beauty and protection. From classic woodwork to modern vinyl, experience the craftsmanship that truly elevates your space.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle with True Performance Fitness. I'm one of the owners here. True Performance Fitness as a whole, we brought this gym to the area and we wanted to bring every walk of fitness in one building. So that's exactly what we did. We have strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit. We have posing rooms, a full turf, a full track outside. We even have a basketball court. We wanted everything to be under one roof. So that's just kind of the thing that we did. We also went out and we made sure that we got top of the line equipment. We also make sure that all the pads and everything are getting replaced and all the machines are being taken care of properly. That's just something we strive to do for this community. We also like to give back to the community with donations, fundraisers, and other stuff for like kids and the families around. So that's just kind of who we are as a gym, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Since opening in 2017, we have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoor space? Look no further than R&L Landscapes. We understand that your outdoor space is more than just a yard. It's a place where memories are made with loved ones and where you find peace and tranquility. Our team of professionals will work closely with you to bring your vision to life. From expert design and installation to meticulous maintenance, we are committed to delivering breathtaking results that will make your neighbors green with envy. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we guarantee exceptional craftsmanship that will withstand the test of time. Contact R&L Landscapes today and let us turn your dreams into reality.
I understand that each client is unique and has their own real estate needs. Whether you are buying, selling, renting, or a seasoned investor, I got your back. My name is Cheryl Yates, an award-winning realtor with ERA Liberty Realty.
I've known Cheryl Yates for over 30 years now, and I've always found her to be the consummate real estate professional. On a personal level, Cheryl has handled 3 sales for us over the past 15 years or so and has done an excellent job on each and every one of them. She communicates extremely well, and you never have to worry about where you're at in the sales process.
What I like about Cheryl is she's dependable, she's on time, she's flexible, and she works hard to get the job done. We had our sales very quickly through Cheryl Yates.
Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Katra Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
In the market for a new vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have over 350 new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Looking for better insurance coverage at a better rate, but you haven't been able to reach an actual person? Goosehead Insurance will help. Neil Powell is committed to helping you and the community get great coverage from a local agent who will answer your call. In Martinsburg, call Neil Powell Goosehead Insurance at 304-707-3549. He will customize a policy based on your needs. Call Neil Powell at Goosehead Insurance today, 304-707-3549.
We are partnering with Home Team Sports to help our area high schools stream their game. And we just ask that you let our home team, myself, Jared Ferguson, the agent, Dylan Brewer, and our office manager, Yatna Almonte, help you and your home team. We have an office manager that is bilingual.
También hablamos español. Puedes llamarnos para una cotización gratis.
We're also a proud sponsor of the Berkeley County Youth Flag Football League. Jared Ferguson State Farm. Protect your life.
Enclosures Unlimited is a family-owned and operated glass company that has been serving the Northern Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. areas since 1962.
From the first call to the day your glass is installed, we promise fast, knowledgeable, and friendly service. We are always happy to answer all your questions and work with you to design a space that is beautiful and functional. When you choose to work with us, we will treat you as family.
We can provide an estimate via email or schedule a free in-home measurement and design consultation. Please contact us to get started on your new shower enclosure or glass project today.
Here at the Barn, we have been making dreams come true since 1972, where we help women feel their most beautiful for any occasion, from pageant, homecoming, and prom gowns, to walking down the aisle in the perfect wedding gown alongside their bridesmaid and their family. Stop by to meet your stylist today to find an affordable gown, and we do offer layaway.
Welcome to Cookies and Milk Child Care Center. We have 2 locations conveniently located in Kearneysville and Martinsburg. Our mission is to be the leading provider of higher quality care and education services for children ages 6 months to 12 years of age. We provide the highest quality child care available at an affordable cost. For more information, contact us at...
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Home Team Sports TV, where I am your host, Drew Pitzer, and I'm joined alongside J.D. Fritz. Currently, J.D. is down getting some water right now. He'll be up and joining me here shortly. We are here at Washington High School homecoming night for Washington versus Southern Maryland. The Bulldogs come here and traveling a little bit away to come play here at Washington. Again, this is going to be a big game for both sides. Both sides come in here at 2-3. Washington has a couple key pieces that are out for this evening with Kyle Athey. He's not going to be able to play. Excuse me, not Kyle Athey. It is Alan Casey who won't be able to play tonight. He was the leading rusher, but he's been hurt for the last couple games. He might be out for the season. We are not quite sure on that, but it's going to be a great competitive game here this evening. Again, I am Drew Pitzer, joined alongside my co-host J.D. Fritz. We are at Terry L. Marcus Field, home of the Washington Patriots, where they play host to the Southern Maryland Bulldogs. Again, it's going to be a huge competitive matchup. The Bulldogs come in here with a 2-3 record, coming off a huge win last week, 57-0, and they have a lot to prove. Washington coming off a huge loss last week, 51-7 at Spring Mill, so they're looking to bounce back. Again, right now they're currently 11th in the WSSAC playoff rating, so this will be a huge opportunity for them to bolster their stock to try to get towards the playoffs and make sure they have a higher seed so they have a more competitive first round. So going into this game, obviously Kyle Athey, He's 26 for 51 with 379 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions, a couple fumbles as well. So this will be a huge opportunity for him to kind of break through and get this Washington Patriots offense moving. You have, again, Phillip Shields. He has 81 carries for 430 yards with 3 touchdowns, also has 5 receptions for 96 yards. You have Neil Powell, who has 8 receptions for 50 yards, and you have Cameron Togans, who has 6 receptions for 122 yards and 1 touchdown, and he is one of the best cornerbacks in the state. So, again, Washington coming off a huge loss last week and trying to look at the bounce back in a big way against a Southern Maryland team who's also 2-3, coming off a huge victory. And, again, my partner, J.D. Fritz, is now about to join the cast. J.D., how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, man. Sorry about the delay there a little bit. But we are now ready to kick this game off, and it is underway. As number 10 there, back deep for Southern, takes the opening kick out near the 20-yard line.
And that was great coverage there by Washington. Again, that was Crampton on the return. He's also their punt returner as well, a huge impact player for them, J.D.
Yeah, we're going to hear a lot about Crampton tonight and some of these other guys from Southern that we'll get to here in a little bit. But their offense is really, they got loaded receivers. We talked about the tight end earlier before the pregame started, Drew. Big weapon for quarterback Vinny Zimmerman.
Yeah, Zimmerman comes in here, obviously a tremendous player. He has, so far this season, it looks like he's 44 for 95 with 678 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. The Southern Maryland team is going to look to air it out, J.D., and there's a false start off the rip. Not the best start for Maryland or Southern Maryland. Then barely got back to the 20-yard line. Oh, that's going to actually be an encroachment penalty. So 1st and 5 here, J.D. Going to be interesting again to see how Washington bounced back from a 51-7 whooping last week to Spring Mill. Still ranked 11th in the state. A huge opportunity for them today, again, to bolster their stock.
Yeah, just a little hard count to start this game. Zimmerman trying to catch those Patriots off guard, which they did. A good job. 1st and 5 from the 25. Zimmerman hands it there to number 28, Kalaz, straight up the middle. Picks up enough for a Bulldog first down. That was Wesley Kalaz, a junior. Has a touchdown on the season. He is the leading rusher. Actually, I believe he's the second leading rusher next to Kruder. But both of them guys, you'll see both of those guys in the backfield tonight.
Yeah, that dynamic duo they have. And, again, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a little bit issues with our score bug right now. Working to get that resolved, but we'll keep you updated with time and score as the game goes on.
Zimmerman out here to Crampton to the near side. Crampton breaks a tackle out near midfield. Picks up another first down for the Bulldogs. They're going to mark him right at the 50. Let's see. So they're going to 49 is where they'll start. So we already kind of see Zimmerman spreading the ball around a little bit. So you're going to see a lot of different combinations between run and pass. They've got a lot of running back by committee. They've got several receivers to throw to. So even though this team, as far as their roster, is not big in numbers, they definitely do a lot on the field with what they have, Drew.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they do a great job of ball distribution, too. I mean, they have multiple guys with over 10 catches. And with their rushing attack, too, with Kruder and Kalaz, they're going to mix the ball around and make sure everybody gets a touch at it. And it's really hard to defend when you have that many weapons that can cause trouble. But Crampton is really the guy that I'm watching for tonight. He's their punt returner, kick returner. They want to get the ball in space, and they're trying to get him involved here early, J.D.
Yes, he carried the ball there, but no gain for Kalaz. So to bring up second, 2 receivers to the far side. Zimmerman back to throw. He's got a guy across the middle. That's number 4. That's Jaden Taylor, the tight end. He's out near the 35-yard line. So he's going to have another first down for the Bulldogs as he fights his way down to the 36.
Yeah, and Taylor has 10 catches for 168 yards this year and a touchdown, so averaging almost 17 yards a reception. He's a huge piece for them, and we spoke about that on the pod today. That tight end play, he's their security blanket, and again, you felt the pressure right there. Zimmerman did, dumped it off, made a great play.
Two receivers here to the near side. Miles Money out here wide. The ball goes on the turf. And Kalaz has to fall on it there for the Bulldogs as he couldn't quite get the handoff, and he'll lose a couple on the play.
Yeah, that's not what ideal for what Southern Maryland wants to do. They want to keep getting positive yardage, keep attacking the secondary of Washington. I think if they could still keep in that passing attack, which we've seen Washington's really struggled against the passing game this year, I think they'll be in good shape.
So 2nd and 12, 2 receivers to the near side. Kalaz in the backfield. He takes the handoff straight up the middle, hit hard there. Picks up about 5 yards for the Bulldogs. Back to the original line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd and about 10, maybe 9.5, call it, Drew.
And we have our first score update of the night. Martinsburg gets on the board early against Morgantown. They are up 7-0, and Fairmont Senior is up 7-0 against Wheeling Park, and there's no other scores as of yet.
Thank you, Drew, and we will definitely keep an eye out and keep you guys updated all night long on that Martinsburg and Morgantown game. As Zimmerman back to throw. He's looking for a receiver down here along the sideline. No one home there. Intended for number 2, Miles Money. Tall, lanky receiver. Well covered there on the play.
Yeah, Money, the leading receiver coming to this game, 12 catches for 172 yards, also 2 touchdowns. You're at 4th down territory right now. Southern Maryland's extremely aggressive. I will not be surprised for them to go for it.
Yeah, Shields there on the coverage. He's going to play a lot on both sides of the ball. You hear a lot from him on the offensive side, but he's going to be out here playing corner. So 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Zimmerman back to throw. Looking for a man across the middle, knocked away there by Cody Titus. So great defense by Titus on 4th down. So the ball will go back over to the Patriots, and they will take over there from their own, let's see, where are they going to mark it at? Their own 36.
Yeah, again, that was a great play by Titus. Way to read the quarterback's eyes. Zimmerman was eyeing him down, stepped up. That could have been a big play there for Southern Maryland. Nonetheless, Washington takes over, turnover on downs.
Yeah, that was a great defensive play there by Titus. Good defensive stand there by the Patriots as they start with 3 receivers to the near side. Little option play, and you're going to see Xavier Mack put his shoulder down. You're going to hear a lot of us talking about Mack, and there's a flag down, probably in the way of holding. But you see Mack, number 1, you look at just the pure size that he has out there at about 5'11", 200 pounds.
Yeah, Xavier Mack, first game back, obviously he was dealing with some eligibility issues. You can see just how explosive he is, and he's got that strong frame. I mean, he's a tremendous, just a sophomore, JD. The sophomore class in the state of West Virginia is extremely impressive.
It is, and it's impressive. I got to watch Mack a couple years ago when he played for Charlestown, and he was just a man among boys on the field, and you can just kind of see he fills out that uniform as Remy swing it to the far side. Looks like it's trying to see who that is. Number 4 there makes the catch for the Patriots. That's Chris Duran, who's been kind of quiet. Only had played in 3 games, so he was banged up a little bit. Back tonight, makes his first catch of the game. It was for no gain or minimal gain to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Duran comes in with 5 catches on the season for 115 yards. Again, Remy Athey only has a total of, I believe, 600 yards, only 1 touchdown to 2 picks. Be a good opportunity for him to improve his stats here tonight.
Togan's in motion. The handoff goes to Mack. He's going to bounce it out here to the near side. Not a lot. Maybe picks up 4 on the play. Crosses over the 40 to the 41. It's going to bring up 3rd and around 6 now for the Patriots.
Again, that's more of a manageable 3rd down right here, and I would say Washington's probably going to go for it if they get within 2 or 3 yards, just how they're feeling offensively with their running attack.
So definitely a 3rd and manageable. Just under 8 minutes to go here in this first game, or first quarter, scoreless game. Patriots have the ball from their own 41. 2 receivers to each side, tight. Mack in the backfield. Remy's looking to throw across the middle. He's got his man Durant for the first down. Crosses the 50. And Durant is tackled at the 49, and that's enough to move the chains.
Yeah, Durant has really soft hands right there. You saw him full extension go make that grab. Great ball placement there by Remy. First down, Washington.
Yeah, and Durant, who only had 5 catches coming into the game tonight, already has 2.
Yeah, almost half of the season already, and just in the first drive, JD.
So good-looking first drive so far for the Patriots. Got 2 receivers here to the near side, 2 to the far. Man in motion is Shields. Handoff goes to Mack. Coming off tackle, and there goes Xavier Mack. Picks up a nice 7 there on first down.
Yeah, it took a pretty big shot right there, too. You know, this Southern Maryland team only has about 26 players total that was traveling tonight. And, again, they're still playing extremely hard, not really deep, so that might be something of concern as we move later into this game, JD.
Yeah, and like you said, they just don't have a lot, but the guys that they have are usually pretty effective. Xavier Mack, and we talk about Mack, you know, and his body and stuff. We just don't know how good of playing condition he's in here yet. He takes another handoff straight up the middle, runs through a guy, and you see the sheer power of Xavier Mack, who takes it for about 12 yards, picks up another first down.
Yeah, he's got tree trunks for legs, kind of has a Saquon-type build, a little bit smaller, but, again, extremely impressive, keeps those legs pumping. Another first down for Washington.
Yeah, so far they've looked really good, putting it on the ground and in the air. Remy's on time, on the money with his throws, and just letting Mack do the rest. So 3 receivers to the far side, Mack to the right. Remy back to throw. He's going to have to step up and run. He loses the ball once again, and Drew, that's something we saw several weeks ago with him. Just ball security has always seemed to kind of been a problem for him this season.
Yeah, again, that was just his own doing right there. He made a great play to get away from a would-be tackler, but just lost the ball right there. Just slipped right out of his hands. You got to work on your hand strength right there and make sure the ball just can't pop out like that.
Yeah, luckily they got the ball back, but definitely lost about 5 yards on the play. So that's something, you know, they've tried to work on this year, is those self-inflicting, you know, not only penalties but self-inflicting turnovers, if you will. You know, you can't have that stuff and back yourself up. Shields goes in motion, a little jet sweep pitch to Phil Shields, who's got some room down the sideline, picks up enough for the first down inside the 20. And I believe Phil Shields has enough for the first down. So nice play design there by the Patriots.
Yeah, with Mack coming back, it allows Shields to move back to his natural position at wide receiver. And unfortunately, you know, with no Allen Casey, could be a good running back committee right there and having those 3-headed monsters. But, again, having Mack back allows Shields to go back to his natural position at receiver. I think this is where Washington's at their best.
So 1st and 10, ball from the 22-yard line of the Bulldogs. So again, spread formation. Togen's in motion. Remy's going to be back to throw. Swings it out here to the flat. Got Togens. Nice catch. Good gain on first down. They'll call it 6. As a pass was completed to Cameron Togen. So Remy has looked like a whole different quarterback so far in this first drive, Drew. He's gotten the ball out on time to his receivers. Receivers have made plays, and they've made a lot of plays for first downs.
Yeah, again, a 51-7 loss last week. Allow yourself to respect yourself and make sure you come out here with this first drive. Did a really good job on the defensive side of the ball for the first force a turnover on downs. Really impressed with how Washington came out here.
The 3 receivers to the near side. Remy's going to have to roll out of the pocket, looking for a man, throws it up, has his man Togens, but it's dropped. His own man interfered with him. It looked like the ball was intended for Togens as
Jordan Petrie, who came up and jumped.
Yeah, I think they just kind of got a little mix-up. 2 guys in the same general area. Did not know who the ball was intended for. Petrie ended up kind of knocking it down away from Togens. Looked like Togens might have had a touchdown on that play, Drew.
Yeah, again, nobody was really in the vicinity. It's just a shame that his own, Petrie kind of interfered a little bit right there. Nonetheless, 4:05 left to go in this first quarter, 3rd down and 5. So we had Mack. He's got the ball. Looks like he has a first down. Made a man miss. He looks like he's trucking in. He gets into the end zone, JD.
Xavier Mack loses his helmet on the play. As Drew Pitzer on the touchdown call, guys.
Man, I love it right there.
Heck of an effort, man. Heck of an effort by Xavier Mack, as he just would not be denied into the end zone. So, I mean, for a first drive of a ball game, you couldn't have asked for much more from the Washington Patriots here, Drew.
Again, this is a whole different element having Mack here now. I mean, this is just a different team. The way they came out, as we see Athey kind of limping to the sideline. But again, Xavier Mack, I don't know if that's his first career touchdown at the varsity level, but it's the first of many for sure.
Yeah, definitely first, I do believe. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:56 left to go here in this first quarter, your score, the Washington Patriots 7 and the Southern Bulldogs 0. And we're going to stay right here. And, Drew, let's get a good analysis here of this first drive. What did you see and what did you like about what the Patriots were able to do?
I think they had a really good mix of run and pass right there. It was about 50-50 distribution. So, again, that's where they're at their best. Whenever Washington becomes one-dimensional, whether that's in the passing game or it's in the running game, they are not at their best. So the fact that they were able to mix it up right there and respond after that whipping they took last week, just to put it frank, I'm really impressed. Again, this team looks completely different from the team that we saw last week, JD.
Definitely, Drew, and even though that was a Spring Mills team, but this game is 100% a winnable game for the Patriots, and I think they're off to a good start. So number 19 for the Patriots, is that 19 or 18? Yeah, it's Nick Atkins there to kick it away, I believe, taken there by Crampton, who shows a little bit of speed straight up the middle. He's going to be tackled right around the 26-yard line. That's where Southern will take over with their second possession of the ball game.
So second drive for the Bulldogs here. See if they can bounce back. 3:48 left to go in this first quarter, JD.
So two receivers to each side. Handoff goes to Kalas straight up the middle. Not a lot. Maybe picks up 3 on the play to bring up 2nd and 7 now for the Bulldogs.
And now just get underneath 3:30 here in the first quarter. And this Patriots team has really responded well. I am extremely impressed. This is a surprise team in EPAC to me. I didn't expect a whole lot from them, but this team just keeps fighting.
Pass across the middle. He's got money there. Makes a move there at close to the midfield stripe as he was tackled there by number 24, Cameron Togans. And you see just how big of a target Miles Money is at about 6'3". Takes up a lot of space and for his quarterback, Zimmerman.
Yeah, Zimmerman read the zone extremely well right there. Got the ball right in that pocket. Again, there wasn't a whole bunch of room. Again, Money made a good play, got some yards after the catch. First down, Bulldogs.
So, again, two receivers to each side. The handoff goes to number 21. That's going to be, I think that's Kruder gets the carry. Colin Kruder. So, as we mentioned before, we'll see a lot of Kruder there and Kalas kind of mixing it up in the backfield a little bit.
Yeah, Kruder has 167 yards with 42 carries, and you look at Kalas, he has 25 carries for 147 yards. So right now that's definitely a running back room, 1A, 1B, with how they really officiate who gets the ball.
So 2nd and 9. Zimmerman back to throw. He's under a little pressure. Oh, and he goes down. Sacked all the way back to the 41.
That's Malik Bratton. Shout out Malik Bratton. That was one of my players on my AAU team this summer. Made a huge play right there, shoestring tackle. Great job there, Malik.
Yeah, Malik. Watched him in the youth league, coached his brother Mikey.
Mike was actually my college roommate at Salem University. That's a small world, isn't it?
Yeah, shout out to Big Mike's Grillin'.
Third and long right here, JD. Got trips out here to the left, single receivers to the right. See what the Bulldogs draw up right here.
Zimmerman back to throw. He's got time. Throws it down here to number 4, wide open. He's down inside the 20. Tackled around. Let's see where they mark him, Drew. About the 19-yard line.
That's a big tight end again, Jaden Taylor. I told you on the podcast earlier this morning, that is who they want to find. I know he's not their number one in terms of overall yardage, but it looks like Zimmerman really trusts him with the ball. 3rd and 15 to be able to throw that down the field and make that play. Again, first down, Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's another good-looking drive here for the Bulldogs, and this is what they needed to answer right back. Let's see if they can punch it in now as they're in right there close to the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. Kruger in the backfield. Kruger, no, they fake it. Zimmerman keeps it just for a couple. We'll call it maybe 3 or 4 on the play. So we don't see that too often as Zimmerman's not necessarily a runner. He's definitely more, as we've seen, kind of that pocket passer.
Yeah, he only has 12 carries on the season, averaging 2.5 yards a carry. So right there, probably deceived Washington a little bit. They didn't really have that in their game plan. That was a really good play to get 3 yards to get it 2nd and 7.
So Kruger in the backfield to Zimmerman's right, 2 receivers to each side. Zimmerman back to throw. He's looking for Crampton in the corner of the end zone. Little incidental contact, I believe, as their feet kind of got tangled up and Crampton fell, but no flag.
Yeah, that might have been an uncatchable ball, too, right there. Just a little bit overthrown there by Zimmerman. 42.5 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. The Patriots are in the lead 7-0.
So as we see the Bulldogs moving the ball a little bit in the red zone here. 3rd and 7 now. We'll see. It probably would more than likely be 4-down territory for Southern. We'll see if the Patriots can get a stop here. They have 3 receivers to the far side of the formation as Crampton's in the slot. Zimmerman back to throw. He's looking for Crampton across the middle. Wasn't looking for the football, but well covered on the play either way.
There was a flag on the play right there? The official made some call behind the line of...
I don't see I don't know.
The official made a call right there.
So it'll be 4th and 7, and they're going to go for it as 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Across the middle, the catch is made into the end zone. Goes Miles Money for the Southern Bulldogs touchdown.
Yeah, again, Money with 2 touchdowns on the season right there. Was a favorite on this drive. That was a really good response there from the Southern Bulldogs. 31 seconds left to go. 7-7 ball game.
Yeah, so that's a great answer there by the Bulldogs as they march right down the field with a little bit of run and throwing combination. Zimmerman to Miles Money, and a botch snap there, and it goes back, and the holder's just going to have to fall on it. So that's a big kind of a big miscue there by the Bulldogs as the score now remains 7-6. With 31 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, we're going to take our first commercial break here. A word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV. And we're back here at Terry Lee Marcus Stadium. J.D. Fritz along with Drew Pitzer. Southern Bulldogs put one on the board but missed the extra point. The score remains the Patriots 7 and the Bulldogs 6. And a little pooch kick there covered by the Patriots around the 47-yard line, and that's where they'll take over, 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was a smart decision from Southern. I don't think they want to give the ball to Mack any more times than they have to. Saw him back deep, said let's try a little pooch kick right there. Great recovery by Washington, 1st down at the 47-yard line.
Hey, any chance y'all get this announce the play of the week and I'll play?
At the change of this possession.
Okay. And let them know we have 2 plays of the week for the previous week.
The Patriots will start now with Phil Shields in the backfield to Remy's right. 2 receivers to each side of the formation. The handoff goes to Shields. Stutter steps straight up the middle. There goes Phil Shields. Bounces it back outside, inside the 40. Spins his way inside the 30. Down, and then Phil Shields is still on his feet out around the 20-yard line.
Oh, they called him out about a 27. I guess he stepped out right there, but that was a great agility right there. Again, Philip Shields really made a good play right there, J.D.
Absolutely, and see, when you get that power of Xavier Mack running between the tackles, and then you get the speed of Phil Shields bouncing it outside and picking up about 30 yards on the play.
Yeah, about 10 seconds left. Washington might get one more play off right here.
They're going to have to hustle. I don't think they're going to do it, Drew. And that's going to do it here for the first quarter of play as the Washington Patriots hold a 7-6 lead over the Southern Bulldogs. We're going to stay here, Drew, and you got some out-of-town scores, but we're going to talk about our Home Team Sports Play of the Week.
Yeah, we have Jackson Bivens with the hook and ladder right here, but again, this is Braylon Barrett. We have two, and he takes a huge long run right here, takes it all the way to the house. What an amazing run right there from Musselman Green. Again, that was Braylon Barrett with the HTS Play of the Week #1, but again, we have one to start. So at Martinsburg right now, Morgantown just put 3 on the board. It's 7-3. That is in the second quarter. Parkersburg and Huntington has no score right now. We have Riverside, Woodrow Wilson. That is no score. Again, Musselman's up 23-0 against Greensboro, and Hedgesville and Albert Gallatin have not scored yet. That is still in the first quarter, JD.
Thank you, Drew. I appreciate it, and we will definitely keep you guys updated throughout the night with all the scores throughout the state. So 1st and 10, 3 receivers to the far side of the formation. Phil Shields is in the backfield again, takes the handoff, loses a yard on the play, but there is a flag. And that is holding on the Patriots. So again, something that the Patriots cannot do if they definitely want to pull this win out tonight, Drew, is shoot themselves in the foot with penalties.
Yeah, again, that was a hallmark when we called their game against Liberty a couple weeks ago. Too many turnovers, and again, so many penalties. I think the penalty yardage was over 120 total yards. This is what they can't do with a team that can compete with them just as well.
So again, Shields to the right. Remy back to he's rolling to the right side. He's got Togans in the flat, makes a nice catch. Cameron Togans lowers his shoulder pad, picks up about 10 on the play, back to the original line of scrimmage, I believe. So it's going to bring up second. Well, they gave him a little bit more forward progress. So 2nd and 9 now for the Patriots.
Yeah, it was a great way to roll out and get Remy more comfortable outside of the pocket. Togans made another great grab, used his hands, got a couple yards, a little bit past the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9, JD.
Yeah, so the passer rating so far for Remy's been really good. All the passes have been right on time, on the money. Shields will bounce it outside, tries to turn it up, picks up about 2 more on the play to bring up 3rd and about 6 for the Patriots.
And again, this is 2-down territory to me, JD. I think you try to get 3 or 4 yards right here. I would put the ball in Mac's hands right now, see if you can get a couple more yards. I don't see him out there right now. I do see him. He's right there. Again, I'm trying to put the ball in his hands, see if he can make some more magic happen.
And Shields is still in the game at running back, though, so Remy will hand it to Shields. Shields right off tackle, finds a hole, bounces it outside, still fighting for extra yards, has enough for the first down near the 10-yard line. Patriots are in business once again, deep into Bulldog territory. Definitely probably the two best-looking drives that we've seen from the Patriots all season so far, Drew.
I'll completely agree with you, JD. They're moving the ball extremely well right now.
Handoff goes to Shields as he spins his way, and he's looking good. Shields still owns his feet, falls into the end zone. Great run by Phil Shields as he's in for the Patriots touchdown.
Man, I tell you what, Shields just makes a lot of people miss. He has at least 4 or 5 broken tackles in the first 2 drives of the game. I'm impressed with how well he's moving, but I am concerned about Kyle Athey, his ability to keep moving well. He looks like he has a noticeable, mess with his gait. So we'll keep you guys updated with that. And no Mac that whole possession right there, so that we'll also keep you guys updated with him as well.
Yeah, you just see Shields. He just has a little bit of extra gear compared to Mac, who's more of their power inside runner, and he just spins his way breaking tackles until he virtually falls into the end zone. And now the Patriots are up 14-6 with 10:10 left to go here in the second quarter. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV. And we are back here, guys, as we just watched the Patriots put another score on the board to take a 14-6 lead as they kick it away. Back deep is number 10, Isaiah Crampton, for the Bulldogs, looking for a place to go. Nowhere, spins his way out, cuts it off to the near side here, trying to use his speed to get to the outside, breaks another tackle out over to the 30. So a good return there by number 10, Isaiah Crampton.
Yeah, I thought he was, kind of foolish for the way he almost stopped right there at the 20-yard line, made a man miss, got an extra 11 or 12 yards right there. First down, Bulldogs.
Yeah, great return by Crampton, puts them in good field position. 9:58 here left to go in the second quarter. 14-6 Patriots. So we'll see if the Bulldogs can answer as they did before. 3 receivers to the far side, single receiver here to the near side. That's Miles Money as Zimmerman's looking for. No, that's number 6 here to the near side. He makes the catch, but maybe he was out of bounds. They're saying no, it was incomplete. But what an effort there by Brett Apperson of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Apperson has 3 catches, 60 yards, but 2 touchdowns this year, so he might not be utilized a lot, but a great guy that must be catching a lot of catches with the contest, Yeah,
he's got a very high touchdown percentage, Drew. 3 catches, 2 touchdowns. Can't go wrong there. Great effort there, but just a little bit outside. So once again, same formation. 3 receivers to the far side. Going to be a flag. It's going to be a delay of game on the Bulldogs.
Nope, that was actually encroachment on Washington.
Wow. Just a mental mistake there once again. So to bring up 2nd and 5, so that helps the Bulldogs out just a little bit more. So 3 receivers to the far side of the formation, a single receiver here to the near side is Apperson. They swing it out of the backfield. That's Kruder. He picks up enough for the first down. Good run out inside the 45. They're going to mark him right at the 46. It was Colin Kruder.
And we have another update from Martinsburg High School. Ty Ricketts takes it in from a quarterback sneak. They are up 14-3, still midway through the second quarter.
Wow, okay. So Martinsburg has proven me wrong, Drew.
Oh, me as well, too. I'm telling I knew they could compete, and there's an avenue for them to win this game. But Morgantown, when we covered them twice and being able to speak with Maddox Twig, I was really impressed. I thought they might be able to cover the spread this night, JD.
So Kruder, fake to Kruder. Across the middle, is picked off there by Neil Powell off the deflection. So big play there by Powell, and the Patriots get the ball back once again, Drew.
Yeah, Neil Powell read the quarterback's eyes right there, stepped up, just threw it right to him. That was a great play by Washington. First down with 8:29 left to go here in the second quarter.
So everything kind of going right here for the Washington Patriots, not so much for the Bulldogs as they take over once again from their own 43-yard line.
So Mack is back out there now, JD.
Well, that's good to see. I didn't know if he had an injury already earlier in this game. Just alternating series as Mack will take the handoff straight up the middle, trying to fight for yards. Might have picked up a yard on the play, and that's all they'll give him out to the 44-yard line.
But again, I think you still have to stay consistent with that. When they're able to mix it up and they're keeping it about 50-50 between run and pass, I think that's when Washington's at their best. Stick with that ground game. It's been working.
So single receiver, 2 receivers to the near side here. That Shields in the slot with Duran here towards the sideline. Handoff goes to Mack. Pushes forward again for about 3, maybe 4 yards out near the 47-yard line. So bring up 3rd and 6 now for the Patriots.
Washington's doing a good job, though, of making at least a 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 6, there's a lot of plays that you can draw up. And, again, you could still possibly go on the ground, being towards midfield. Again, this might be 2-down territory for the Patriots.
Yeah, as well as their offense has been playing, you're close to the 50. If you can pick up another 3, maybe 4 yards and get on the other side of the 50, you might be able to do as Remy. He throws it here. Got Shields, picks it up, goes the wrong. It looked like he spun his way the wrong way at first, but has enough for the first down. So once again, Remy, who's not very mobile, walking with a noticeable limp tonight, manages to roll out of the pocket, find Shields. So he's been very, very good tonight, I say, Drew.
Yeah, again, this is the best I've seen him look. Even, obviously being injured, he's not 100%, but giving his all here for Washington, a very gritty performance here as we're almost midway through the second quarter.
And it looks like we have a timeout on the field. It's going to be credited there to the Bulldogs, and we are going to take a...
And before we take a break, we also want to give some love to Jackson Bivens, the other HTS Player of the Week. That was a huge hook and ladder, one of the favorite plays I've seen this season so far. Took it all the way to the house. A big play there at Berkeley Springs High School. JD, appreciate you, man. Now it's back to you.
Appreciate it, Drew. And, we will be recognizing these young guys here in the Youth League. Got to give a credit to them. They seem like they are always winning these plays of the week. Kids, people love to see these young men out scoring touchdowns and getting credit, and it's well-deserved, Drew.
Yeah, again, there's nothing like seeing a nice hook and ladder. The only other play that I like the most, and again, it comes from a team I'm not really the biggest fan of, is the Philly Special. I loved watching that play. That it just gives me just so much happiness. How can you not be romantic about football?
The Patriots have the ball, 1st and 10. Togans is in motion. There's going to be a whistle and a false start now. So the penalties kind of starting to pile up. Even though the score is in Washington's favor, they definitely also have the penalties in their favor too.
Yeah, again, they have to make sure they stay smart. You can't allow yourself to beat yourself. This is only a one-possession game right now. They have an opportunity to push it to 2 if they can keep their composure right here.
So I believe it was probably on Petrie as they took him out of the game, and back in the game is number 19, Neil Powell. 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Mack to Remy's left. The man in motion is Togans. The handoff goes to Mack straight up the middle, and you just see his power just trying to drag tacklers. He definitely doesn't go down easy. No, only picked up a yard, but it was a tough yard.
Yeah, a very tough yard right there. Again, runs extremely hard. It's just impressive to see how Washington is bouncing back from that play that they had last week. They could have easily folded, not had a really good game right here, but just bouncing back mentality. Got to give credit to Coach Ray. Has these boys ready to play.
Yeah, and you just see the difference when Mack is in the backfield and you can use Shields as that receiver in the slot, as Remy has been able to find Shields already 3 different times this game, and it's only still early here and about midway through the second quarter. And now another flag, so we're going to see what this penalty is all about. Looks like the Patriots are backing up again, so false start on the Patriots. So already starting to shoot themselves in the foot a little bit. So 2nd and about 14. Togans in motion. Remy's going to roll here to the near side. He's got Togans out here in the flat. Togans can't make the catch, although it was a little low down towards his knees. So ball fall incomplete to bring up 3rd and 14 now for Washington. And Togans was open as Remy just can't, when he's rolling out on the run, he's already a little gimpy out there. It's hard to make a throw like that.
Yeah, again, it's better to roll him out to the right, not against his body. He's made a couple plays doing that as well. But again, when you're putting him with already a gimpy quarterback like that on his weak side, it's not really going to turn out well. So 3rd and 15 right here, JD. What do you got drawing up?
I like to see Phil Shields. They're going to set up a screen to Mack. Nice call there. Straight up the middle. There goes Xavier Mack. He's got some speed in the open field. Picks up another first down. He's inside the 30. So that wasn't something I was going to call. I wasn't expecting too much. Great play call there as you call that middle screen. They had that set up real well.
Yeah, right there. You saw the defensive pressure. They were blitzing 5. Again, there were just too many people that Washington already had basically past the line of scrimmage. Mack made a great play right there. Both sides are 2 for 2 on 3rd and long. That's incredible.
The Patriots are knocking on the door once again. 3 receivers to the far side of the formation. Handoff goes to Mack. Lowers his shoulder. Not a lot there. Might have got a yard or 2 out of that. But again, Drew, these little runs up the middle, although they don't seem like much, a yard here, a yard there, they set up a lot of those bigger plays on the outside for the receivers.
Yeah, again, it keeps their defense honest. And the more you run the football right there, it's going to open. You have to bring the safeties up. And again, Washington's been making them play. This is the best I've seen them look all year.
Yeah, and you just wonder what if Remy, was not healthy coming into this game, or something happened early in the first quarter of this game. But he's definitely, it's not one of those things you just are walking off like somebody stepped on your foot. So he's definitely being bothered by something as they pitch it to Shields. A nice play call. Shields going to bounce it outside. Flag on the play. Shields picks up enough for the first down, but we'll wait to see what the flag is. Usually that's going to be a block in the back or a holding, and it is. So the Patriots are starting to move more backwards on this drive than they are forward, Drew.
Again, it's like they keep getting first downs, but they're putting themselves in terrible positions. You know, if they can just clean it up a little bit, you know, they can just see how well they're moving the football. It's just all their own doing right now, keeping them from really getting to the end zone.
Yeah, and that's the only thing so far I think that's been keeping them from the end zone, because they've moved the ball really well. Every play that they've called and they've ran has worked effectively against the Bulldogs. So 4:47 here to go in the first half, 14-6 in favor of the Patriots. As Remy back to throw again. He's looking for Togans in the flat, pushed a little early, but it looked like the ball might have been a little uncatchable as it sailed a little wide. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 20 for the Patriots now. 3rd and 18, call it.
Yeah, that field judge looked like he was reaching in his pocket to pull the flag, so obviously he must have saw what you saw right there, not a catchable ball. You don't want to reward that, honestly, give a first down. So 3rd and 18. They're 2 for 2 from 3rd and long right now. Let's see if they can make it 3 for 3, JD.
Yeah, and you only need to pick up, I would say, half of this to have a 3rd and somewhat manageable. As Remy's back to throw. He's going deep. He's looking for Togans. Togans makes an adjustment but can't haul the pass in, as it'll fall incomplete and bring up 4th down, and they don't hesitate, Drew. Looks like the punting unit's coming on.
Yeah, again, that was a great play design right there. Togans had one-on-one matchup. Looked like he was going to go up and get that just a little bit outside of his reach. Unfortunately, we're going to see the first punt of the game.
Yeah, and like I said, Drew, I would have been satisfied with them maybe only picking up 8 to 10 on that play to give you guys give them a 4th and 10, 4th and 12 situation there. But they went for it all, didn't work out. But wow, we are wrong here. Looks like they're about ready to attempt what is going to be a 55-yard field goal. The snap, the hold, the kick, and it's not going to be long enough and just slightly wide. But a good attempt there. I don't mind that at all. I like to see that as Emilio Perez there. Just didn't quite get enough on that there, Drew, but I mean, good effort.
Yeah, his distance, he could probably get up to about 45 yards right there, and that didn't even look like his greatest kick. He kind of slipped into his steps. So, you know, obviously that's a weapon for Washington to have, too, as we move forward through this game.
Well, and it's good to be in those situations. You're up, a score, getting closer to the end of the half, and, not sure what happened there as the Bulldogs are starting from their own 20 there.
I think high school is a little bit different. That was considered a touchback. You don't get the ball at the spot of where they kicked it at.
Wow, okay. Well, that's something I learned, I suppose. But so, yeah, that worked out great for Washington then. There was no risk at all involved other than maybe a botched snap, and they pick it up and run it back for a touchdown. But
I'm actually getting confidence if I see Emilio be able to, you're putting him in a tough position. He probably didn't take any warm-up kicks right there. We haven't seen anybody use the post over here. So, again, that's coming out cold. Still probably been good from about 42 to 45.
Yeah, if you're the Patriots, if you're inside the 40 and it's 4th down, I'm kicking that. As now goes Kruger straight up the middle. Nothing there. He's just stuffed by a host of Patriots there. And it's 3rd and 7 already now for the Bulldogs. So not a lot going for them on offense, Drew, other than that couple nice pass plays and then the one touchdown there to Money. So 3 receivers here to the near side of the formation. Single receiver to the far sides. Apperson is Zimmerman back to throw across the middle. He's got his receiver. It's knocked away by Togans. It looked like he had a chance for the interception there, but he played good defense anyway, knocked the ball down.
Yeah, Togans actually had to turn his body completely around to go get that. That was going to be a nice ball right there, but way to read the quarterback's eyes again from Togans. Made a good play, 4th down. We're going to see our second punt of the game.
Yeah, and with 3:22 left to go here in this half, the Washington Patriots have plenty of time with all their timeouts to get another score on the board. The punt is away. A little pressure. Not a bad punt there as he punts it away from Neil Powell. It's going to roll inside the 40, and he downed it. It looked like a little early, but the Patriots will start 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line with 3:14 left to go in the half. Drew, let's see what kind of drive they can put together here.
Yeah, again, and we'll go ahead and go to our out-of-town score report. With 3 seconds left to go in the second quarter, Martinsburg forces a goal line stand. Only goes up a field goal. Is 14-6 going into halftime. Musselman is up 30-0. That is going into halftime as well. No score from the Hedgesville Albert Gallatin game. Another kind of surprise to me, Fairmont Senior is winning 28-14 against Wheeling Park.
So 1st and 10, 3 receivers to the far side of formation. A blitz comes, and Phil Shields will lose a couple yards on the play. So we see that combination of Shields and Mack, and I kind of get the idea there that they don't want to give Mack too much of a load for his first game back, probably not in playing condition just yet, so they want to protect him just a little bit. So you'll see him sparingly every other series or so.
Yeah, but the way Shields has been playing this game, I mean, I'm comfortable with giving him the ball as well.
Swing it out here to the flat. They're trying to set up a little screen there. It falls incomplete, intended there for Petrie. So 3rd down, and stops the clock with 2:39 left to go here in the half.
Yeah, blistering pace to start this game. You know, we saw both teams essentially score on 3 of the first 4 drives of the game. Have been stopped over the last 3 possessions. Defense is really starting to pick up on each other. I think this is going to turn out to be a really good game, JD.
Yeah, so far it has, and it's really, statistically it's probably more favored in Washington, but the score, it's still only a 1-score game, so Bulldogs are right there as Remy's back to throw. He's looking out here in the flat. He's got Neil Powell, makes the catch, and he doesn't get out of bounds. The clock continues to run, but it's going to be short of the first down, and I would think the Patriots would punt on 4th and 6, but so far the punting unit has not come on the field, so Drew, they might be going for this.
Or they might try to get them to jump right here. I mean, I'm at least going to take a chance. You still have 2 timeouts left. Try to milk some more of this clock and then punt it away. I don't see them going for this. But Coach Ray, he'll go for it. He doesn't care. If he believes his guys can get it, he's going to be confident enough to let them go after it.
But I'm not sure if it's 4th and no, they're going for it anyways. Remy's going to roll here to the near side. I don't know. He's going to get the corner. He's going to turn it on, makes the first down, cuts it up inside, and Remy on basically one leg was able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, I thought he might get tracked down right there, and see he comes up gimpy again. Gave everything he had right there. Extremely gutsy performance, but again, kind of loose with the ball. You saw it look like a LaShawn McCoy, how he used to handle the ball with one hand. He actually swim moved the man with the ball in his hands. That's really dangerous, especially with the fumble issues we've seen him have this season, JD.
Well, not only a gutsy run, but definitely a gutsy call there on 4th down from your own 40-couple-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Neil Powell in motion. Handoff goes to Shields, straight up the middle. He's looking for some room. Picks up about 4 on the play down to the 40-yard line. 1:25 left to go here on the running clock. The Patriots up 14-6 over the Southern Bulldogs. Patriots don't really look like they're in any hurry.
Yeah, once it gets to a minute, you really have to pick up the urgency, though. I understand they're still trying to stick with their principles. You need about another 20 yards to really feel comfortable with Emilio Perez's leg.
And there goes Remy. He's going to set up. He's going to throw across the middle, and he almost gets it picked off there by number 4. That's Jaden Taylor, who nearly had that interception for the Bulldogs and would have given it right back.
Yeah, Taylor with a huge grab, couple grabs on that drive that they scored a touchdown with money. I'm sure he's hitting himself for not being able to make that grab right there. 3rd and 6. Again, this is 2-down territory for the Patriots.
So we're just under a minute here to go in the first half. 3rd and 6. Ball sits right on the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs. Play clock's running down. 5 seconds here. Patriots get the snap off. Remy's going to roll to the right. Tries to throw it, squeeze it in there. Another close call there as he was looking, I believe, there for number 19 again, Neil Powell. It's going to bring up 4th and 6 with 53 seconds left to go.
But I tell you what, Remy Athey is just slinging it. I mean, I love how he's playing really instinctual right now, but again, you have to be careful not to put yourself in a position. If he would have picked that off, there was nobody in front of him. That would have been a pick 6 for sure.
Yeah, and he's had a couple close calls here this drive, and you don't want to put him in, a situation where you're asking him to make plays that he's just not physically able to make tonight. It'll be a timeout, Washington. So kind of odd situation. Well, it's a 4th down, so I guess I can understand that, but the clock had already been stopped. But we're going to take a quick commercial break while they do and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV. And we're back here, Home Team Sports TV. J.D. Fritz along with Drew Pitzer. 4th and 6 for the Patriots. Neil Powell in motion. Remy back to throw. He's looking for Cameron Togans down the middle of the field. Looking for a call, nothing there. I'm surprised they went for it all there on just 4th and 6. But that's going to be a turnover on downs and go back over to the Bulldogs with 48 seconds left to go here in this half.
Yeah, he had 2 high safeties right there. You can see Southern's really starting to adjust. Say, hey, Washington wants to beat you over the top, so we're going to keep 2 people back. First turnover on downs for Washington. Now 2 timeouts left for Southern Maryland. See if they're going to try to put some in the end zone here.
Yeah, it really kind of was surprising you wouldn't go for something maybe a little 8-10 yard out there towards the sideline, catch the ball, stop the clock. But 3 receivers to the far side of the formation. Zimmerman back to throw, steps up in the pocket. He's going to have to take off with it. Not much of a runner, but enough to be able to scramble for about 5 yards to get out of bounds to stop the clock here with 42 seconds left to go.
So still a lot of time, but you still have to move with some urgency right here with 2 timeouts. You know, they need to at least get to the 20 to give a viable chance at a field goal, but I'm sure their eyes are on a prize for at least 6 right here.
Yes, a Kruger in the backfield with Zimmerman. 3 receivers to the far side. They swing it out to the flat to Crampton. Crampton's hit right away and tackled. Good defense there. We'll see who that was. That's number 11 on the tackle for the Patriots, Blaze Cantley. It's a good stop there by the sophomore, and that's going to force the Bulldogs to burn another one of those timeouts with 33 seconds here. And while we have a moment, we're going to stay right here, and we have not thanked our sponsors for this year. We'd like to thank Catro Law, Ameritech Tire and Auto, Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, ERA Liberty Realty, call Cheryl Yates, Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill, Cookies and Milk Daycare, True Performance Fitness, Brothers Ben Blasting, and VW Post 3522. And if you're wanting to advertise your business, please reach out to us at 571-520-5634. Again, that number is 571-520-5634. Or, yes.
So 3rd down right here, JD. 33 seconds left to go in this half. I think this is a huge opportunity for Southern Maryland, as you know they have to kick the ball off to Washington to start the second half. So I'm sure they need to find a way to put some points on the board to feel confidence going in the second half.
Zimmerman drops back to throw. He slings it. He's got a man, Aperson, and that's great defense there. We'll see who knocked the ball away. Is that Togans once again sitting back there playing center field for the Patriots, as we've seen Togans now make several defensive plays for the Patriots. It's now Aperson looks like he's a little shaken up on the play.
Yeah, he kind of went down a little awkward right there.
And we're back here. Drew, we got the play of the week for the last couple weeks. What do you got?
Yeah, again, this is Braylon Barrett making a couple men miss. Gets outside, trucks a guy right there, takes it all the way to the house. A man amongst boys right there again. Braylon Barrett with a huge play, scores a touchdown. A really huge opportunity for Barrett. Again, we've talked about him quite frequently. And again, the next one is Jackson Bivens. Look at his hook and ladder right here. Whoop, whoop. And takes it all the way to the house, beats his man down the sideline. Huge play there at Berkeley Springs High School again. We appreciate all the submissions for the HCS Play of the Week. Keep submitting them over, and we really appreciate you guys. 4th down right here with 28 seconds left to go.
Zimmerman looking to throw again. He's going deep, looking for his man, number 8 there. Incomplete, overthrown. Yeah, looking for C.J. Devers on the play. First he's been in the game, and the ball go back over once again to the Patriots. So each team kind of looking for that home run shot on 4th down. Nothing going, and the ball goes back to the Patriots. 23 seconds left to go, Drew. We'll see what they decide to do.
Yeah, anytime I've seen two safeties high, which were on both possessions for the teams that had turnovers, I'm trying to find something within the 7 to 10 yard range. There was an opportunity to get out of bounds, still have one timeout with over 20 seconds left to go. I think a missed opportunity for Southern. Let's see if Washington can make them pay.
Yeah, I'd say with, Emilio's range, you pick up 15 yards here, and you might have another attempt at a field goal. So 3 receivers here to the near side. Remy's back to throw once again. Has to roll to the far side. Going to just throw it up. He's got a wide open that's Cameron Togans who makes the catch, gets behind the defense for a Patriots touchdown.
So we've seen Togans, JD, again, had 3 great plays on the defensive side of the ball, knocked away 2 4th down attempts from Southern Maryland, goes and scores a touchdown. Now Washington with the opportunity to make it 21-6 going into halftime.
Wow, just a crucial mistake there in the secondary by the Bulldogs. Let Togans get behind him, kind of lost him, and he was running free. The ball was even a little underthrown. He had to stop and wait on it, and still was able to make the catch, turn and run into the end zone for the score. As Emilio on to kick the extra point, and it's up and good. So your score with 12 seconds left to go here in the first half, the Washington Patriots 21, the Southern Bulldogs 6, and we're going to stay right here, Drew. You got any updates on the out-of-town score? We'll check it. I know we've been to you several times this half. Was there anything changed so far?
Yeah, again, still going to the halftime, it's 30-0 over Musselman over Boonesboro. Again, here's 21-6. University is up 28-0 against Connellsville, Pennsylvania. Another kind of upset to me. Fairmont Senior is up 35-21 against Wheeling Park. Huntington's up 7-0 against Huntington. That's in the second quarter, and a halftime between Martinsburg and Morgantown. Martinsburg holds a 14-6 lead. JD?
Thank you, Drew, and we guys will continue to give you updates across the state as this game continues. 12 seconds left to go. Washington put themselves up 2 scores here in a good position. They get the ball coming out the second half, Drew. They couldn't have asked for a better first half, I don't think. Aside from a few penalties that could have went a different way for them, they've played a great first half on offense.
Yeah, again, missed the opportunity there to drive before, but forced a 4th down and a turnover right there, made them pay. We'll see if Southern can do anything right here to try to salvage that turnover they had on that last drive.
That was Devers on the return. So 7 seconds left here in the first half. The Bulldogs will start from their own 27-yard line. So we'll see if they just take a knee, not wanting to risk anything. As you kind of fumble here, the ball goes back over to the Patriots. And it looks like they're just going to take a knee and go into half, try to regroup, make some adjustments. So that's going to do it here at Terry Lee Marcus Field here at Washington High School, where your Washington Patriots have a 21-6 lead over Southern Bulldogs. And we're going to have the bands come out and play. We'll come back with our halftime score updates, and we will be right back and hear a word from our sponsors. Guys, you're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Hey, I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Braden, and we are Brothers Bin Blasting, your bin blasting all-stars.
A unique sanitizing service begins right after your local trash collection. With a scheduled pickup time and location, we arrive promptly to clean your bins on the spot.
Our advanced 360-degree cleaning heads and pressurized water heated to over 200 degrees ensures a powerful blast blasting away 99% of all germs and bacteria. Visit our website at brosbinblasting.com and use code GETBLASTED to receive 50% off your first cleaning.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Transform your yard with Custom Fence and Deck, where elegance meets function. Serving Martinsburg and surrounding areas for over 30 years, our expertly crafted decks and fences offer both beauty and protection. From classic woodwork to modern vinyl, experience the craftsmanship that truly elevates your space.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle with True Performance Fitness. I'm one of the owners here. True Performance Fitness as a whole, we brought this gym to the area and we wanted to bring every walk of fitness in one building. So that's exactly what we did. We have strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit. We have posing rooms, a full turf, a full track outside. We even have a basketball court. We wanted everything to be under one roof. So that's just kind of the thing that we did. We also went out and we made sure that we got top of the line equipment. We also make sure that all the pads and everything are getting replaced and all the machines are being taken care of properly. That's just something we strive to do for this community. We also like to give back to the community with donations, fundraisers, and other stuff for like kids and the families around. So that's just kind of who we are as a gym, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Since opening in 2017, we have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoors?
And now, the announcement we've all been waiting for. The 2025 Homecoming Queen and King are Amethyst Duke and Paul Cornwell. Ladies and gentlemen, Patriot Nation, put your hands together again for all of our class representatives in this year's Homecoming Court. Congratulations to everyone.
Good evening, Patriot Nation. We proudly present your 2025 Marching Patriots. The Washington High School Marching Patriots are led on the field by Director of Bands Lisa Hazlett, assisted by Mary Pratt, Color Guard Instructor Abby Barker, and Percussion Instructors Alex Lee, Will Carr, Anthony Stoika, and visiting tonight from WVU, Ethan Ford. The Marching Patriots feature Color Guard soloist Lily Weaver, bass drum soloist Jordan Wilson, trumpet soloist Joshua Peachy, and the entire drum line. The band is led on the field by drum majors Cameron Gallis and Naya Prevertil. Tonight, the Marching Patriots imagine that Romeo and Juliet didn't really die, and they return as zombies. We hope you enjoy the Marching Patriots performance as they tell the story of Romeo and Juliet, Undead.
Hey, I'm Jeremiah. And I'm Braden, and we are Brothers Bin Blasting, your bin blasting all-stars.
A unique sanitizing service begins right after your local trash collection. With a scheduled pickup time and location, we arrive promptly to clean your bins on the spot.
Our advanced 360-degree cleaning heads and pressurized water heated to over 200 degrees ensures a powerful blast blasting away 99% of all germs and bacteria. Visit our website at brosbinblasting.com and use code GETBLASTED to receive 50% off your first cleaning.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Transform your yard with custom fence and deck, where elegance meets function. Serving Martinsburg and surrounding areas for over 30 years, our expertly crafted decks and fences offer both beauty and protection. From classic woodwork to modern vinyl, experience the craftsmanship that truly elevates your space.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle with True Performance Fitness. I'm one of the owners here. True Performance Fitness as a whole, we brought this gym to the area and we wanted to bring every walk of fitness in one building. So that's exactly what we did. We have strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit. We have posing rooms, a full turf, a full track outside. We even have a basketball court. We wanted everything to be under one roof. So that's just kind of the thing that we did. We also went out and we made sure that we got top of the line equipment. We also make sure that all the pads and everything are getting replaced and all the machines are being taken care of properly. That's just something we strive to do for this community. We also like to give back to the community with donations, fundraisers, and other stuff for like kids and the families around. So that's just kind of who we are as a gym, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Since opening in 2017, we have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoor space? Look no further than R&L Landscapes. We understand that your outdoor space is more than just a yard. It's a place where memories are made with loved ones and where you find peace and tranquility. Our team of professionals will work closely with you to bring your vision to life. From expert design and installation to meticulous maintenance, we are committed to delivering breathtaking results that will make your neighbors green with envy. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we guarantee exceptional craftsmanship that will withstand the test of time. Contact R&L Landscapes today and let us turn your dreams into reality.
I understand that each client is unique and has their own real estate needs. Whether you are buying, selling, renting, or a seasoned investor, I got your back. My name is Cheryl Yates, an award-winning realtor with ERA Liberty Realty.
I've known Cheryl Yates for over 30 years now, and I've always found her to be the consummate real estate professional. On a personal level, Cheryl has handled 3 sales for us over the past 15 years or so and has done an excellent job on each and every one of them. She communicates extremely well, and you never have to worry about where you're at in the sales process.
What I like about Cheryl is she's dependable, she's on time, she's flexible, and she works hard to get the job done. We had our sales very quickly through Cheryl Yates. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
Looking for better insurance coverage at a better rate, but you haven't been able to reach an actual person? Goosehead Insurance will help. Neil Powell is committed to helping you and the community get great coverage from a local agent who will answer your call. In Martinsburg, call Neil Powell Goosehead Insurance at 304-707-3549. He will customize a policy based on your needs. Call Neil Powell at Goosehead Insurance today, 304-707-3549.
And welcome back, guys, to Home Team Sports TV. J.D. Fritz along with Drew Pitzer. Washington Patriots are up 21-6 here over the Southern Bulldogs. Drew, we saw a really good, almost a complete game except for some penalties in the first half with Washington. But what did you like about what they did?
No, I was really impressed with Kyle Athey, obviously fighting through some sort of injury out there, doing his best and giving his all. You know, he has 2 touchdown passes right now, one to Togans and one to Shields. And Xavier Mack has a rushing touchdown to get himself on the board early on. Really impressed with how they bounced back from Spring Mill's defeat last week. I can't say enough of what Coach Ray has done to get this team ready to go against the Southern Maryland team, which is no bad team at all.
Yeah, and I was pretty impressed with Mack. His first game back this season, and you know they didn't give him too overload with his workload, but he was very effective early on, a couple yards here and there. It didn't seem like it amounted to much, but it definitely set it up a lot of passes and big plays to the outside as Remy was able to find Shields, Togans for that touchdown. He got behind the defense there right before halftime, so I was really impressed with that combination of run and pass there in the first half, something that we really haven't seen too much out of Washington this year so far.
For sure, JD. And again, we'll get you guys back out to action. We got the second half about to start off. Thank you guys for tuning in to Home Team Sports TV. Drew Pitzer, JD Fritz. Let's get after it.
We'll have to make that transition a little bit better sometimes, but here at Terry Lee Marcus Stadium is a little squib kick to start the second half, and that does not fool the Patriots whatsoever. Good recovery there as they will take over with great field position on their own 49-yard line. J.D. Fritz here along with Drew Pitzer. And Drew, we just were talking there at halftime about how well the Patriots looked in the first half, and so far they're going to start here in good field position.
Yeah, you can't ask for better field position, almost at your 50-yard line. You know, see if they can get it to work and make it a 3-possession game.
So Remy and the quarterback power set there. Shields is still the running back, breaks off a tackle there, still on his feet, spins his way down near the 40. They're going to mark him at the 41. So again, we see Shields just never stops moving his feet, spinning his way down, gains an extra 3 or 4 yards, Drew. And you know, again, that's something that we didn't see from Shields earlier in the season, the game we did, and it just looks like a whole different team tonight.
Yeah, against Shields, that should have been a 2 or 3 yard loss right there. Instead, he almost gets a first down. Actually, they do give him the first down yardage. So instead of having a 2 yard loss right there from getting hit in the backfield, breaks 3 tackles, ends up getting a first down. Again, really impressed with Phil Shields and how well he's been playing this evening.
Yeah, a little power set. Cody Titus in the backfield as well. The pistol set going to look like they're going to run the options. Remy keeps it, turns it upfield, picks up about 4 on the play. Surprised Remy wouldn't have wanted to pitch that, as we just see still not getting around very well. And you just wonder as the game goes on if that's going to continue to worsen.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, JD. You see Jameson Fleur warming up on the sideline. I think right there he thought he might be deceptive and that they're automatically going to go for the pitch man. Still got a decent game right there, but I don't want my quarterback taking those hits.
Handoff goes to Titus up the middle. He picks up maybe 3 more yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 now for the Patriots. And we don't see Mack in the game, so we're just not sure if they're just, you know, kind of letting Shields go. He's kind of been having the hot hand and just trying to get Xavier Mack a little more acclimated to, playing condition right now. Don't want to give him too much of a workload here his first game back.
Yeah, I completely agree with how Coach Ray is using him right now. You got to make sure you save your athlete from himself, because I'm sure he want to be out there every down, but you got to slowly work your guy back into shape, and I think he is the bell cow that eventually will be, and had Shields back at wide receiver. But again, Shields is doing a great job making people miss tonight.
Yeah, Shields will take the pitch to the outside. Great defense there as they stack him up for a big loss of 4 all the way back to the 40. So probably, Drew, that might have been their first negative play on offense that we've seen so far tonight.
Yeah, at least from not a penalty standpoint, that is their first play that they've lost yardage. Again, I think in the first possession, though, Athey had a fumble when he was scrambling out right. But other than that, it's been a very clean game. Limited the penalties after the first quarter. So Washington feeling real bold. They're going to go for it at the 40-yard line, 4th and 9.
Yeah, so 3 receivers here to the near side. Remy going back to throw again. He's going to have to roll out. Makes a throw, looking for Togans, overthrows Cameron Togans, had him open, but just couldn't make the throw. And again, Drew, you just got to wonder with that foot or leg giving him all that problems. He just can't really roll out, set up, and make an accurate throw like he did early in the first quarter.
Yeah, again, you saw that Grant Perkins was out there running that kind of a QB spy look, so they wouldn't be able to give up 7 or 8 yards right there on a scramble. And you saw Togans was open. He was right there. He found the perfect spot in the defense, just a little bit over highly delivered, and that's why I say roll with your quarterback, not against him.
Yeah, that's definitely already a tough throw, throwing against your body. But with a quarterback that's not completely healthy, it's even a tougher throw. There are 3 receivers here to the near side of the formation. The handoff goes there to number 21 again. That's Kruder, so Kruder and Kalaz kind of alternating there in the backfield tonight. As Kruder will come off, Wesley Kalaz now, I believe, see if he's back in the game for the Bulldogs. They're just trying to find something, get into a good rhythm here on offense. Scored that touchdown earlier in the second quarter. Haven't been able to do much on offense since then.
They've had opportunities, though, where they have moved the ball. It's just, again, a couple interceptions. It's just what happens sometimes when you're not getting the true flow of the game.
And Zimmerman finds his man there, Money, right there in the middle of the field, right around the 50-yard line. We'll see if they give him the first down or they're going to mark him a little short. They are giving him the first. So when Zimmerman has had time, he's made some really good, accurate throws to some of those big targets he's got playing receiver. Is Kalaz there is not going to get anything as he just does get back to the line of scrimmage.
Again, this has just been a chess match all game. You've seen Washington really adjust well on the defensive side of the ball, and we'll see what Southern has to draw up right here. They can't shoot themselves in the foot again.
There's 2nd and 10, balls right on the 50. 7:49 left to go here in this third quarter. A handoff goes there to number 15, and he's stacked up. Oh, and he pushes forward. Looked like he was stacked up for no gain, but pushes forward for about 2, and that's Hayden Moore on the carry. The first time we've seen him tonight.
Yeah, only 12 carries on the season for him, a little bit over 100 yards. So he's probably more of their third down back, somebody to change the pace right there. But puts them in a little bit better position, 3rd and 7. We'll see what they can do right here.
Yeah, they're trying to find just a little spark, bringing in Hayden in the rotation a little bit now with Kalaz and Kruder. Hasn't had much going there in the running game. Zimmerman back to throw, slings it out there. No one home there. Looked like he was looking for number 4 on the play there, and that was Jaden Taylor once again, but just a little bit overthrown.
Yeah, you have 2 guys within 5 yards of each other. I don't necessarily believe that's what the route pattern was supposed to be. And that was pretty good coverage right there from Washington, too. Again, we've really seen them kind of slow down after that hot start that they had in the first half.
Yeah, they were able to kind of keep pace there through the first quarter or so of play, and then they kind of just went cold. Give credit, though, to Washington's defense. Probably made some adjustments, and they've made it really difficult for the Bulldogs to just really get anything going offensively.
It doesn't. They're not calling it. There's no timeout right here. They called. I guess it was officials' timeout, but there is no timeout on the field.
So a little confusion there by each team there as they were running off the field. Thought there might have been a timeout called. No timeout. So it's 4th and 8. 7:04 left here in the third quarters. 3 receivers to the far side of the formation. Zimmerman back to throw. He slings it out there in a slant. Another good defensive play there as number 9 for the Patriots, Avery Brown, getting some action here tonight.
Yeah, downtown Avery Brown, one of Coach Miller's favorite players on the basketball court, could shoot about 40% from 3. Just made a huge lockdown play at the cornerback position. Great play from Washington. First down, Patriots.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Avery's not played football. This is, I think, his first season playing football, so still getting acclimated to this game. But we all know, watching Avery play basketball, super athletic kids. Good to have him on the roster for Washington as now they take over 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard lines. The handoff, there goes Xavier Mack, finds a hole straight up the middle, pushes his way forward inside the 45 to about the 44. Another good hard run by Mack. Second, that'll bring up second about 2. And you just got to love what the Patriots are doing with a good, running back by committee type of thing with Mack and Shields as Mack takes the handoff once again, bounces it outside, picks up enough for the first down, lowers his shoulder, and he's down to about the 35-yard line, and that'll move the sticks again, Drew.
Yeah, again, and honestly, if I'm Washington, I got to think about keeping this a running back committee with those 2 guys right here. They're keeping each other fresh. They're running the ball extremely well. If I'm Washington, I might keep the idea of keeping Shields in the backfield and allow Mack to work himself back in.
I mean, I just am so impressed with Mack. I mean, you look at the guy out there and you think, there's no way this kid can be a sophomore. He's already has a college body on him as he takes the handoff once again, bounces it off tackle. Another flag here on the play as he got out down inside the 30, but that is coming back, a little illegal shift on the Patriots. So we saw a lot of penalties go against them in the first half, Drew, and already another one on this first drive.
Yeah, again, you're up by 2 scores right now, and you're really driving. This puts you in a bad situation, and I'll see if Southern can capitalize on it.
So bring up first and about 15 now for the Patriots as Mack comes out, and Shields, it looks like Shields will go to running back, and Neil Powell comes in. Look at that, Petrie and Cameron to the far side of the field. Neil Powell, Chris Durant here to the near side. The handoff goes to Shields. Shields is looking for room. Another flag on the play. Shields bounces it outside. Picks up about 5 or 6, but we'll wait to see what the flag is. Probably a holding call. No, it's another illegal shift. So that's 2 illegal shifts in a row. So we got to kind of figure out, if you're the Patriots, what you're not doing exactly right there on offense. So,
well, it looks like the left side of the line is moving just a little bit early. More of a false start to me, but I'm not seeing anything that they're doing in the backfield in terms of motion.
Right, there wasn't any motion. So you just wonder what the illegal shift could be. I mean, that's what the officials will call them. I don't know if that's really the right call. I'm not, saying it's not, but the handoff again goes to Shields. Finds some room to the outside again. Looks like the same play. Same result as Shields picks up about 7. So bring up 2nd and 13 now for the Patriots. So another good game by Phil Shields.
Yeah, really impressed with Shields again now. Getting close to being over 100 yards rushing, at least has about 12 or 13 touches. Doing a great job of distribution between running and passing game for the Patriots.
2nd and 13, balls on the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs. A little fake. Remy keeps it, kicks to the outside. Flag comes out. Remy's near the first down, stumbles inside the 30. So it looks like we're going to have a holding, possibly, maybe a block in the back. So that's 3 penalties on the Patriots in this drive. So really, shooting themselves in the foot once again.
And all 3 penalties happen on gains that are over 7 to 8 yards. You can't do that to yourself. If you really want to be competitive and you see Athey, you're putting him in harm's way right there, keeping him running the football. I'm just throwing the ball with him or handing it off to Mack or Shields for the rest of the game. You have a comfortable lead. Don't lose your quarterback right here.
Absolutely. And if you know you're going to do that, just get in the Wildcat with Shields maybe and try to do that. As Mack takes it straight up the middle. There goes Xavier Mack, stays on his feet, picks up another first down. He's inside the 20, dragging players with him. And I just love to see Xavier Mack run the ball. Drew, he's my favorite new player of the year.
Again, just a sophomore. Again, we were talking about how terrific this sophomore class is in the state of West Virginia. A lot of exciting new faces. Xavier Mack, first game playing, really just working himself back into the groove of things. But him and Shields are a dynamic duo back there.
Yeah, they're like, thunder and lightning back there in the backfield, and they're super effective tonight. As Mack gets the carry once again, pushes forward, picks up about 5 on the play. So now they've kind of started to see something working for them, and they've stuck with it, Drew, and it's been a big success so far.
Right, and right now I'm concerned about Remy's overall health. He's been really limping after he took that last hit. They pulled him down by his leg. He has that calf sleeve on. I mean, if you can get another score right here and take off almost down to the fourth quarter, you might be able to rest him and allow him to get a little more health as you move later into the season, JD.
Yeah, I do agree with that, Drew. You really wouldn't want to put his health in jeopardy. You play off in contentions as Remy keeps it. Once again, he makes a nice move inside. Remy still on his feet down near the goal line.
Ball's out. Touchback.
Yeah, but did the
No
ground
touchdown.
call, the fumble, they ruled it a touchdown, okay. I wasn't sure. It was a late call. The ball came out, but I thought the ground caused the fumble, so they're still discussing, I think.
No, they called it a touchdown, but it looks like they're taking a timeout for Remy because he's down there and he's in extreme pain. So while that is going on and he's getting attended to, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Hey, I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Braden, and we are Brothers Bin Blasting, your Bin Blasting All-Stars.
A unique sanitizing service begins right after your local trash collection. With a scheduled pickup time and location, we arrive promptly to clean your bins on the spot.
Our advanced 360-degree cleaning heads and pressurized water heated to over 200 degrees ensures a powerful blast blasting away 99% of all germs and bacteria.
And we are back here, and J.D. Fritz along with Drew Pitzer. And Drew, that was a touchdown. You were correct. It was a late putting the score up on the board as Emilio kicks the extra point, and it's good to extend the Patriots' lead 28-6 with 3:17 left to go. And Drew, let's just talk about that last series of the series of the Patriots. Had a few costly turnovers, but that didn't stop Remy as he just found some way to get into the end zone despite his leg kind of hurting him and he not being 100%.
Again, you can clearly see he's gimpy, and now with this 3-score lead, I'm sure they're going to probably try to rest him. He might play one more possession, but I'm not putting him in harm's way anymore. I mean, you have a young quarterback that's your backup right now that might get some crucial reps, but right now Remy is clearly in pain. He's taking 2 big hits in that drive. Right now, I got to protect my player from himself. You're protecting Mack. This is another guy that you got to protect too. If you have any hopes of advancing deep into the playoffs, which clearly this Patriots team does, they're going to be 3-3 at 500 midway through the season. Never expected that. I don't think anybody did, JD. So I think right now you got to pull him out the game with 3:17 left to go. Trust your defense has been playing extremely well tonight, JD.
No, I agree 100% with you, Drew. I mean, I don't know if that was a coach's call there on the keeper, or if Remy just took it himself and wanted, to do it as Isaiah Crampton finds a hole straight up the middle. Crampton's still trying to stay on his feet. The ball comes out, but he was already down. That would have been a weird touchdown if he would have been able to somehow keep his balance and turn and run. There was nobody for the Patriots back.
Yeah, he backpedaled, about 10 yards right there?
That was
I thought
kinda...
if he would have just spun around, which is easier said than done to us being up here, but if he would have done that, that could have made it a whole different game, 2-possession game, still with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. We'll see what Southern has drawn up right here. They've been shooting themselves in the foot as well.
Yeah, they have not looked good on offense since probably about midway through this first quarter. There's a man in motion is Crampton. High pass there, broke a tackle there. That's Jaden. Again, that Jaden Taylor on the reception, Zimmerman zipped that ball in there, and I tell you, every time Zimmerman's thrown, he has a nice ball, and he finds Miles Money or Jaden Taylor, and you can see these receivers really catch the ball well. They just haven't been always on the same page.
Yeah, I completely agree. There's been times where they've looked extremely well, 2 or 3 plays, and then they shoot themselves in the foot.
Money with the catch here out to the flat, tackled immediately there for no gain, maybe give him a yard on the play there. Chris Durant coming up and making the tackle.
Durant, we've been saying his name a lot tonight. He's been having a terrific game. I'm really impressed with how well he's bounced back. Not having the season that he probably anticipated, but really doing a good job here tonight.
Yeah, and again, they have a lot of young guys playing, a few freshmen starting on both sides of the football. You know, we already talked about Xavier Mack only being a sophomore. And so they really have a lot to look forward to over the next couple of seasons as Zimmerman will be back to throw. He's under a lot of pressure, and down he goes. And Cody Titus coming with the pressure. Gets to Vinny Zimmerman. I believe that might be the first sack of the game for Washington.
Yeah, it was. And what a sack that was by Titus. Went down there. A little WWE suplex move right there. I'm impressed.
Yeah, and I love Titus, too. He's another sophomore, 6 foot, 195-pound kid, and just plays. I mean, he's just tough as nails.
3rd and 23 right here, JD. Not many plays that get you 23 yards. We'll see if Southern can put something on the board, though.
Yeah, 3 receivers to the near side. If I'm Southern, I'm looking for number 2, the 6'3", Miles Money here to the outside. Zimmerman back to throw. Throws it across the middle. He's got Money. Money breaks the tackle, spins his way. Good tackle there by Durand again. It's going to be a yard short of the first down. But, Drew, it's 4th and 1, and I don't think they have much of a choice but to go for it.
Yeah, down 3 possessions, getting close to being the fourth quarter. Hey, I'm telling you what right now, you called that right on the money. Give it to Money.
That's right. Money man. He's got a great last name, and he's been there kind of their go-to guy tonight. And when they've needed a big play, Money's been there to make the catch. And another good pass from Zimmerman. So right now we have a Patriots player down on the field. So we're gonna announce again the play of the week. And Drew, I'll turn that over to you.
Yeah, again, we want to give another shout-out before we show those plays to Jackson Bibbins. He had that hook and ladder touchdown, and we also had Braylon Barrett with that long TD run, broke about 3 or 4 tackles right there. Again, looked like a man amongst boys. Here's Braylon Barrett again. There's 1 tackle. There's 2. Here comes 3. Trucks a man, takes it down the sideline. You're not going to catch him. That guy is fast. Again, that was a huge touchdown run, probably about 75 yards right there, just an approximate value of the total gain. But then you have this play right here, the old-fashioned hook and ladder. Here it is, right there, boom, boom, and he takes it all the way to the distance. A great play there from Bivens. Make sure he took it all the way home. Again, that's Sean Mazza, too, who went in there and made that play. Make sure you guys submit all those HTS top plays of the week. The best play will have the a nomination to be announced on our cast once a quarter every Friday night. Please make sure you guys keep submitting that. And, JD, back to you.
Thank you, Drew. Appreciate that, guys. We love to highlight these kids, and that's something that we've really strived to do a better job at. You submit your plays of the week. We're going to highlight your child, whether it be at youth league or high school. But guys, these high school kids, you guys better wake up. The young boys are kicking your butt in these plays of the week. So, and we don't vote. We let the everybody else votes on who the play of the week. So don't think it's the home team sports crew, because it's not. We wouldn't do that. We leave that to the public, guys. So as Chris Durant makes his way up on his feet, he's able to walk off under his own power. So nice play there by Durant, saving the first down. 4th and about a yard now for the for the Bulldogs.
Got to have it right here, JD.
Yeah, this is make or break time with a minute to go here in the third, and they get the Patriots to jump, and a good time for a hard count, Drew. And once again, it's one of the few lack of focus things that the Patriots have done in this ball game. But give credit to Southern. They get away with it and picked up a much-needed first down. So with the time running down, inside a minute here to go in the third quarter. Ball is on the 27-yard line. Zimmerman back to throw again. He's going to throw it up. Corner route, not on the same page. Didn't allow Taylor to kind of get out far enough into his route. He had a couple steps on the defender, but it looked like Zimmerman threw it just a little bit early and threw it a little bit to the outside, and Taylor couldn't quite catch up to it, bring up 2nd and 10.
Again, this game for Southern has been, such a bunch of missed opportunities. They just have not been able to capitalize, and that's why Washington's in the lead. It's been a game of errors and just little game of inches. That's what they call football anyway, and I'm telling you what, it's been a true game of inches.
Yeah, and like I said, this receiver core is really good, and they've just missed on a few of those passes down the field. As there's 2 receivers to each side. He pump fakes, throws it out to the flat. Was looking for Apperson. Wasn't there, so that'll bring up 3rd and 10 now for the Bulldogs. It's 34 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Patriots have a 28-6 lead over the Southern Bulldogs. So a big stop. I don't doubt, again, it's probably 4th down territory. Field goal in this point in the game is not going to do you a whole lot of good when you need three touchdowns to get back into this game, as Zimmerman's got 2 receivers here to the near side. Going deep. He's got Isaiah Crampton, but he's just overthrows him a little bit, had him by a step and a half over the defender. And again, Drew, we just talked about it. They've just been just slightly off the mark, and just like you said, just a game of inches, and Crampton couldn't catch up to that pass.
Unfortunately, again, another just missed opportunity. Could have made it a 28-13, 28-14 game going into the fourth quarter. Whole different type of ball game now. It's 4th and 10. If you don't get this right here, not a lot of ball game left.
4th and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line of the Patriots. 2 receivers here to each side. Got Kruger in the backfield with Zimmerman. So that is not a good situation. They have done everything tonight to make things harder on themselves. As a 4th and 10 now becomes a 4th and 15. And now there's not nearly as many plays, Drew, as you have in the playbook for a 4th and 15.
Yeah, not many at all. But again, we've seen 4 first down conversions on either 3rd and 4th and long, so wouldn't be surprised to see something happen like that again.
Well, let's see if he goes back to money. Anytime he needs a big play, he's either had money or hit Jaden Walker. He's going for a home run, and he hits Brett Apperson for the Bulldog touchdown. So good play there by the Bulldogs, and a nice pass from Zimmerman to Apperson.
Yeah, again, that's what we're saying. There's already 4 4th and long or 3rd and long completions right there, and we have another touchdown. Great play from Southern. It makes it a whole different type of ball game now.
Yeah, 33-yard touchdown there from Vinny Zimmerman to Brett Apperson. I'm sorry if we pronounce that wrong. We weren't sure if it's Apperson or Apperson. But great ball and a great catch there in the back of the end zone, and they will go for 2 here. 2 receivers to each side. Throws it there, no good. He was looking for money. He was open in and out of the hands of Miles Money, but the score now remains 28-12. So they've crept within one more score. They're still down a couple scores, Drew. 21 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They're going to have to do a little bit more here in the fourth quarter if they want to get right back into this.
Yeah, I mean, that's another missed opportunity. Like you said, when they missed that first extra point at the beginning of the game, that changed the whole dynamic of it, too. Now you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. Just makes it a whole lot more difficult to really get back in this game. But, you know, they turned into a 2-possession game going into the fourth quarter. They couldn't really ask for any more after the start that they had.
Yeah, and you wonder, do you wait till you maybe try to score again, just assuming that they stop the Patriots, and you get another score before you would maybe start attempting onside kicks? Yeah, probably a little early to start doing that. But, you know, the biggest key for the Bulldogs at this point is you've got to get possessions, because we know how fast these quarters could go. Patriots are probably not going to be in any hurry to throw the ball. They're probably going to keep it on the ground, try to run as much of that clock as you can. and that just isn't going to leave a lot of time for the Patriots. And another little onside kick, and man, I got to toot my own little horn. I'm right on top of it, but good play there by the Patriots. That's number 18, Nick Atkins, recovering that onside kick. And so they tried, they attempted it, it didn't work, and now the Patriots have good field position again.
Yeah, they haven't kicked it deep yet this game, but that was the first actual onside kick. That kind of looked like the Pat McAfee onside kick, the self-induced. The kicker goes and gets it, but again, Washington's prepared for it. Great game plan from Coach Ray. He was ready for that.
And like I said, you wonder, you can question the call a little bit, whether you want to do the onside kick, because if you don't get it, then look where the Patriots have the ball instead of, much farther back in their own territory. Xavier Mack takes the handoff, and he's just so tough to bring down, although that's probably the first negative run he's had, as he'll lose 5 on the play, but he definitely doesn't go down very easy, Drew.
No, again, you saw that was great defensive pressure right there, and Southern's been doing a good job all night, getting to initial contact. They just have not been able to capitalize and bring the defender or the runner down. So now we're going to the fourth quarter, JD.
Yeah, and that's going to do it for our third quarter here at play, as the Washington Patriots have a 28-12 lead over the Southern Bulldogs. And we're going to hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Sports TV.
Braden, and we are Brothers Bin Blasting, your bin blasting all-stars. A unique sanitizing service begins right after your local trash collection. With a scheduled pickup time and location, we arrive promptly to clean your bins on the spot. Our advanced 360-degree cleaning heads and pressurized water heated to over 200 degrees ensures a powerful blast blasting away 99% of all germs and bacteria. Visit our website at brosbinblasting.com and use code GETBLASTED to receive 50% off your first cleaning.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individual.
And we are back here, Drew, Home Team Sports TV, JD Fritz along with Drew Pitzer. Drew, we'll get to your out-of-town scores just right after this. There is a flag on the play, and while we do have a flag on the play, Drew, what do you got for us for out-of-town scores?
Yeah, again, Martinsburg has put another touchdown on the board. They're up 21-6, just now getting into the fourth quarter. Huntington's up 14-3 against Parkersburg. Then you have Musselman, who is up 30-0. That's still at halftime, and Hedgesville's down 27-0. That's at halftime. JD?
All right, thank you, Drew. And, man, I tell you, Martinsburg's really come to play tonight. They have a good game plan against Morgantown, obviously. So
they just had another score. Brian Dick just had another touchdown run for 32 yards. It is now 28-6 Martinsburg with 4:40 left to go.
Wow. A little upset in the brewing as Xavier Mack takes the handoff, picks up another tough 3 yards. So bring up third and about 17 now for the Patriots.
So Southern now starting to really get back into this game. If they get a stop right here, still plenty of time. They can find a way to win this game if Washington is not careful.
So 3 receivers to the far side of the formation. Mack in the backfield with Remy. Actually, Remy's not in the air as a quarterback. Ball is picked off there, wide of the receiver, and that's Jamison Fior. Like you said, he was warming up on the sideline, not on the same page. His first pass attempt goes a little wide, intercepted by the Bulldogs, and now they're in business with 11-17 left to go here early in this fourth quarter.
Again, now it's kind of getting scary out there. You really want to protect Remy from himself, but a turnover like that, and if somehow Southern finds a way to score, maybe do a 2-point conversion too, it changes the whole complexity of this game, JD.
Yeah, and I would have possibly rather seen them keep the ball on the ground. You got a guy like Xavier Mack or even Phil Shields pick up that yardage needed. As now Zimmerman will swing it out here. Shields tries to make the tackle, can't do it. Money makes the catch, breaks another tackle. A lot of running for just a couple yards, but still a nice catch and good run there by Miles Money. And he's been money so far tonight for the Bulldogs, as he's got several catches, and they're one of the touchdowns. So 2nd and 8, 3 receivers to the far side. Patriots jump again, so that's going to give the Bulldogs another free 5 yards, and they will take that all night.
Yeah, again, it's been a great play call here in the second half. They've really put it together. Still a couple penalties, still a couple missed opportunities, but right now Southern has been playing better than Washington in this second half, at least in my opinion, JD.
So Zimmerman back to throw. He's looking out here to the flat. He's got Jaden Taylor, makes the catch, turns it up inside, down inside the 30. They're going to mark him about the 27, a big first down for the Bulldogs, and they're moving the ball once again, Drew.
Yeah, again, I'm really impressed. This is still a lot of time left in this fourth quarter. Washington's playing a dangerous game, allowing Southern to get a lot of confidence.
So the Bulldogs have a first down. They've looked really good here in the last 2 possessions. This would be huge to try to put another score on the board as we're nearing inside 10 minutes. Zimmerman back to throw. He slings it. He's got Crampton across the middle, a little bit out in front. Crampton goes down, can't make the catch. Bring up second down.
Yeah, right there. Another missed opportunity. I mean, that's a yard up higher, and they're making a catch right there. It's be first and goal. Again, now you're 2nd and 10. Still, you're fine. Just underneath 10 minutes left to go. You still have a lot of time, JD.
Yeah, and like we just mentioned the last possession, he has receivers open a lot, and he just is not quite always on the same page. The pass a little overthrown, a little off to the right or left. Handoff, nice defensive play, busting through there. Let's see who's going to get credit for that tackle. That's the freshman, Petit. Number 13, Chase
Perroots. That's Chase
I'm
Perroots.
sorry, Perroots. I apologize. But, yeah, just a freshman. Perroots plays that middle linebacker spot. He's been there all season long for the Patriots. He's done a great job, just only a freshman. Loss of 4 on the play to bring up 3rd and 14 now for the Bulldogs. 9:23 left to go here in the ball game. And pretty much, Drew, that the Bulldogs are going to have to score on every possession now.
Yeah, for sure. Another play, one-on-one matchup. Oh.
Going deep for Taylor, just overthrown. It just looks like to me Zimmerman throws a nice ball, but not an accurate ball. He just drops back and he just throws it up, hoping his receivers are always going to go make a play, and you just can't always do that. As Jaden Taylor was out there, but that time he was well covered.
Yeah, right there. I don't know if that's more of an ill-advised throw. He actually had somebody running up the left hash mark that was almost wide open. He had one person within 5 yards of him. Could have made a play right there. Again, has an extremely cannon. He has a cannon. He can throw the ball pretty far, but accuracy is something he's going to have to work on.
3 receivers here to the near side. Zimmerman back to throw, under pressure, and down goes Zimmerman. Nice pressure out there on the edge by number 6, Jaquel Watkins, who now has his 4th sack of the season, leads the team in sacks. First time we've called his name tonight.
Yeah,
Jaquel.
Two basketball guys. JD, you got Jaquel Watkins, you got Avery Brown, both make huge plays on 4th down. Got to give a shout-out to Coach Miller. He's got them boys working even on the football field now, too.
Yeah, another first-year football kid, I think, but just loves to play the game and loves to be out here. Actually, I think he did play a little bit at Wildwood, and he was there. I apologize. But I think his first year playing here at Washington, I don't believe he played last year or the last 2 years. He's a junior now, so great pressure there by Watkins as Phil Shields spins his way out near a first down over the 50. That is going to be enough for a first down by Phil Shields. I tell you, he's just a slippery guy to tackle because first of all, he bursts through the line. And then as soon as you go to try to grab a hold of him, arm tie, he just spins right out of it.
Yeah, again, it's like he's put grease on him or something before he walked out of the house this morning. They cannot get a hold of him.
I just love the way these 2 running backs, they really feed off of each other well. The speed of Shields and the athletic ability of Shields, and then just the sheer power running of Mack. It just gives them a good 1-2 combination, especially moving forward into next season as well.
Yeah, just something to build on. Still, this Washington team's extremely young. Got a couple freshmen and sophomores playing. You've got something to build on if you're Coach Ray.
Yeah, and to be putting yourself, assuming they come out with a win tonight, at 3-3 at this point in the season, you really couldn't ask for a whole lot. They do have some tougher games coming up on the schedule. Next week they'll be at Martinsburg. Then they play a tough Hampshire team. They'll be home against Musselman, and then home here again to finish out their regular season against Jefferson. So definitely some tough games coming up for the Patriots. So this is a much-needed win tonight.
Yeah, completely agree, JD. I mean, it's a tough 4-game stretch that they'll have left. You know, if they can find a way to win 1 or 2 of those games, they might be able to host a playoff game.
And there goes Mack pushing his way, loses the football. So the first mistake we've kind of seen of Xavier Mack trying to fight for extra yards. That ball just got poked out there. And Southern's going to get another opportunity here, Drew.
I mean, just give him a gift right there. Again, I know Max kind of upset right there. You see one of the coaches take him under his arm like, hey, mistakes happen. You're just a sophomore. Next possession. That's all you got to think about is next play, next play. You can't control anything that happened in the past, but you can always control what happens in the future, JD.
Yeah, and he'll learn to kind of once you get into traffic and your forward progress has kind of been stopped, to just tuck that ball away and, have that ball security. As Zimmerman slings it again, and that's what I like. When I look at Zimmerman, the way he throws, he's definitely a gunslinger, and he slings that ball across the middle, finds Jaden Taylor for another Bulldog first down.
Yeah, you can see that connection with Taylor. He really trusts him. He threw that in between 3 Washington defenders. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Jackson Dark about just how his overall relentlessness, just to make it, if he sees a play, he's going to make it happen.
So time's starting to become a little bit of a factor. We're nearing 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball goes down, the low snap. Zimmerman's under a lot of pressure. Down he goes as Titus is there along with Jaquel Watkins once again. So we'll give Watkins a half a sack. He's got 4.5 on the year.
Oh, my, that's a tremendous play. And, again, Washington is just – they keep getting knocked down. They're allowing Southern to stay in the game. It's like kind of Tom and Jerry, just a cat playing with the mouse. They're just giving these opportunities, but they're squandering away.
Yeah, and that all started with a low snap that kind of threw a lot of that timing off for Zimmerman, and he just, as soon as he picked it up, the Patriots were just swarming on him. So 6:30 here left to go. Your score 28-12. The Patriots over the Bulldogs. Zimmerman back to throw. He's under a lot of pressure again. And once again, it's Jaquel Watkins with another sack, giving 2.5 for the ball game. And, man, Drew, if he keeps playing lights out like this, we might think about having a defensive player of the game.
Again, that would probably be the first one since I started calling football. But him and Phil Shields and Mack all are competing for that right now, at least in my mind. Remy with his gutsy performance, too.
3 consecutive sacks here on this series, and it's 3rd and a bunch for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers to the far side. Zimmerman back to throw. He's under pressure again, and there comes Jaquel Watkins for his 3rd sack of the game, and he got a half a sack. So 3.5 sacks for the man, Jaquel Watkins.
Wow, I mean, I've never seen somebody play themselves into the player of the game in one single possession, but right there, you get 3 sacks, and 2.5, you get that in one set of downs. I'm extremely impressed. That's a basketball player out there looking more like a football guy.
And speaking of football, the guy he kind of reminds me of is a thinner build, right? Not super tall, but in terms of high school, taller, lanky guy, kind of reminds me of that Jadeveon Clowney, using that speed rush to get to the edge. And Petrie bobbles the ball a little bit, is able to pick it up, break a tackle, gets out to about the 45, 46-yard line. So just under 5 minutes to go, the Patriots take back over. They're going to try to close this game out, Drew, and this will be a great win at home. It was homecoming this evening for the Patriots. What a way to, put a cherry on top for this one.
Yeah, again, still there is time left on the clock right here. If they can find a way to get a couple first downs, Southern still has all 3 of their timeouts. They can really get rid of this game in about 2 first downs, but Southern still got a lot to fight.
And there goes Phil Shields taking the handoff. Bounces it outside a little bit, picks up about 7 yards on the play.
I think we have a final between Martinsburg and Morgantown, correct? I believe that's 35-6. Final score, Martinsburg came ahead.
Wow, that's a huge upset, and we do understand that, quarterback Maddox Twig probably wasn't 100% tonight, but, make no mistakes about it. Martinsburg came to play, had a good game plan. Credit that coaching staff. The players stepped up, knew what they had to do tonight. So all credit goes to the Bulldogs for pulling out that win against a tough Morgantown team as Mack takes the handoff again. He picks up about 2 on the play to bring up 3rd and 2.
And we have one more final 2 between Muscle and Boonesboro. Muscle wins on homecoming night as well, 37-7 against the 4-1 Boonesboro Warriors. Coach Thomas and his team looking to move up in the ranks. They are now 2-4.
So we're inside 4 minutes to go here in this game. The Patriots are trying to close this game out as they have a 28-12 lead. We got a little I formation with Mack as kind of the fullback, Shields the tailback. It goes to the fullback. Mack, as he picks up enough for the first down to the 42, enough to move the chains as time's just going to start ticking away now on the Bulldogs, as there's really not a whole lot they can do about it at this point now, Drew.
I'll tell you what, maybe this might not be a popular name, but I'm calling Xavier Mack the Mack truck for right now. I think he deserves that after his performance, the way he's just been trucking everybody this evening. I'm really impressed with the sophomore and what he's brought to the table.
Yeah, and I like, I like that nickname as well. And I tell you, trying to find a home team sports player of the game is not going to be the easiest thing, as we've got several candidates. As Mack takes a handoff again, probably just got back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Patriots. We're inside of 3 minutes to go.
It'll either be 3, 6, or 1. Just let me know when you're ready so I can tell him.
It's about 1 first down away from really icing this game, JD. I think we do have 3 candidates. You have Xavier Mack, Phil Shields, and obviously DeKel Watkins. Those 3 guys all are well-deserving of the home team sports player of the game. But I think I got to give my vote to Phil Shields. He was extremely slippery tonight. Got a couple big first downs, big score, a big touchdown too as well. For me personally, I think Phil Shields, out of those 3, had the overall biggest impact out of the game.
He is. Mack's helmet comes off, so he'll have to come out for at least 1 play. And no, I agree, Drew. It is a tough decision. Phil Shields has probably been the most valuable player so far this season for the Patriots, and he's definitely had another great performance here tonight.
Yeah, I completely agree. And also another one we didn't mention about, Remy Athey, just so gutsy out here, putting his body on the line. I mean, he looked like he should not even been playing tonight. And the fact that he had probably about 30 yards rushing, a lot through the air too. He kept his team alive, believing after a performance they had last week. Extremely impressed with him as well too. We hope the best. We hope he gets healthy too, because he is a special player.
Yeah, definitely, like you said, a gutsy performance. It's, a game like this, you're already up, 2 or 3 scores. You would have already sat down and probably not even played the second half. And he wanted to come out and continue to play hard, put his team in an even better position to kind of seal the game, and he was able to do that with the last touchdown run. But it did cost him, and we'll see how his health's going to be moving forward. But the Patriots seem to be in good hands. This running game came on really strong. It's number 12 now in at quarterback. Zanella, Braden Zanella. Phil Shields reverses field, looking for some room, spinning his way again, and you just see what Phil Shields, he turns what could have been a 5-yard loss into only a 2 or 3 yard gain, but it was an exciting 3-yard gain.
And it looks like Southern takes their – actually, Washington took their timeout? That's what they just They just gave them a timeout on 3rd down with 1:50. Oh, my. Well, timeout Southern. I thought that didn't make much sense to me. I didn't understand that. So, with that timeout, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
I'm one of the owners here. True Performance Fitness as a whole, we brought this gym to the area and we wanted to bring every walk of fitness in one building. So that's exactly what we did. We have strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit. We have posing rooms, a full turf, a full track outside. We even have a basketball court. We wanted everything to be under one roof. So that's just kind of the thing that we did. We also went out and we made sure that we got top of the line equipment. We also make sure that all the pads and everything are getting replaced and all the machines are being taken care of properly. that's just something we strive to do for this community. We also like to give back to the community with donations, fundraisers, and other stuff for like kids and the families around. So that's just kind of who we are as a gym, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys.
And we are back here at Terry Lee Marcus Stadium. J.D. Fritz along with Drew Pitzer. 28-12, Washington Patriots. And it's 4th and about 4. Patriots are going to punt the ball away. 1:53 left to go in the game. And like you said, Drew, a first down would have probably sealed it. The Bulldogs will get a chance to get the ball back. Just not enough time. I don't think there's enough time to really put 2 scores and a couple two-point conversions together, although we've seen crazier things happen, so I guess it's not impossible, just not that probable. The Patriots played a really good game. The only thing I would have to say is they just still need to clean up some things on the penalty side of it, but offensively, defensively, they've looked the best that we've seen them so far this year.
Yeah, I agree with every sentiment you just said right there. The only other thing I will add is health. This Patriots team has a lot of guys in street clothes tonight. You see your starting quarterback take a lot of unnecessary hits. This week I'm doing a lot of rehabilitation, making sure my guys get healthy, because now you have the toughest 4 weeks of the season.
They're just going to punt it away. Nice little end-over-end punt. Looked like kind of like a knuckleball there. It's going to take a nice Patriots roll and be down right around the 10-yard line. So the Southern Bulldogs have to go 90 yards in a hurry and then try to kick an onside kick, get the ball back with only 1:42 left, down a couple scores. Yeah, and as you mentioned, Drew, they've got some guys in street clothes, some guys hurt. We know Alan Casey's probably most likely out for the season with a knee injury. We see him standing over on the sideline, 22. Big part of what they do here, but he'll be back. Xavier Mack will be back, and so will Phil Shields. So as they throw the ball in the middle of the field, so Miles Money can't make the catch. It was a little behind him. That stops the clock with 1:38 left to go.
I do want to give a shout-out to the Money, though. He does have 2 touchdowns tonight. He was Money on the field. Unfortunately, not much else outside of him. The Bulldogs never really got a running game established. They've been throwing the ball early and often, and I think that's really the difference between Washington and Southern tonight.
There's Zimmerman back to throw. He's going to look across the middle just over the head of his intended receiver, Jaden Taylor, who was coming on that crossing route, was open. But again, just kind of not on the same page. The ball was behind him. And while we have another minute, Drew, I'd like to shout out to our man, Ryan Graphics, for putting our little More Than a Game with Fritz and Pitts podcast together. We appreciate you, Ryan. Thanks for doing that. And it looks great. And we couldn't have asked you to do anything more. It was really awesome to see that. Harry hooked us up last week, and we just love it.
Yeah, make sure you guys check us out. Episodes come out every Friday. Usually try to get them around in the morning. It's a great interception right there. It looks like that was number 19, Neil Powell Jr. That was another guy we didn't mention. We've said his name a lot tonight. I think that's his 2nd interception, right?
Yeah, Neil Powell's been all over the field. He's kind of that unsung hero, if you will, for the Patriots. He doesn't have the flashy stats as some of the others, but he just is always around the ball. He's always there, and he's always doing something good to help his team.
Yeah, again, and now that all but does it. I think Southern has 1 timeout, but I don't think they'll end up calling it. I think Washington's going to kneel it away. And, JD, I guess now it's time to make it official. Who do you got as our Home Team Sports player of the game?
Well, we've discussed it for the last couple of minutes, Drew, during commercial and things. And we had several candidates, but I believe we narrowed it down to the one guy that consistently, and not even just this game, but as we're getting ready to say his name, carries the ball once again, picks up another first down, and that will definitely put this game away, and that's none other than number 3, Philip Shields.
Yeah, extremely impressed with him tonight. Well over 120 yards, probably has about 150 yards all-purpose. Has a touchdown on the board as well. You had 3 touchdowns by 3 different players tonight from Washington. Actually, 4 touchdowns from 4 different players tonight. Togans, Max, Shields, and Athey all had a touchdown. So extremely impressed with how Washington has bounced back from a 51-7 loss last week. I think this team still has a lot that they couldn't accomplish, JD.
As they're going to run the play clock down as far as they can. Zanella takes the snap, hands it to Shields. Shields is trying to fight for some extra yards and stood up there as the whistle blows. And I don't know if they'll have to run another play. I don't think they will.
Nope. That will be the final score, ladies and gentlemen. And, J.D., I'll go ahead and let you take it away, my friend.
Yep, and that'll do it here from Terry Lee Marcus Stadium, where the Washington Patriots get a much-needed 28-12 win over the Southern Bulldogs. And we're going to be right back, and we're going to hear a word from our sponsors. We're going to have Phil Shields coming up here in the booth to join my man Drew Pitzer in a nice interview. But a much-needed win as the Patriots now improved to 3-3 on the season. And we're going to be right back after a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home.
Hey, I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Braden, and we are Brothers Bin Blasting, your Bin Blasting All-Stars.
A unique sanitizing service begins right after your local trash collection. With a scheduled pickup time and location, we arrive promptly to clean your bins on the spot. Our advanced 360-degree cleaning heads and pressurized water heated to over 200 degrees ensures a powerful blast blasting away 99% of all germs and bacteria. Visit our website at brosbinblasting.com and use code GETBLASTED to receive 50% off your first cleaning.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Transform your yard with...
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Drew Pitzer with Home Team Sports TV, joined by the Home Team Sports player of the game, Phil Shields. Over 150 yards all-purpose. A big homecoming win out here tonight. Move you guys to 3-3. How you feeling after that victory, my man?
Honestly, I feel great. The week of practice, we've been practicing hard. This is probably one of the best weeks we've had in practice. We just came out here and played our best football, and yeah.
Yeah, the sky's the limit. Obviously, you know, you guys, it was a pretty tough loss last week, 51-7 to a tough Spring Mills team that also bounced back, and you guys bounced back in a big way, moving you all to 500, a little bit over halfway through the season now. What is your expectations as you move into the last 4 weeks of the season, getting closer to the playoffs?
I'm just hoping that we come out, win every game, play the best football we can, and hopefully get a home playoff game and win it.
Yeah, for sure. And again, you guys are young, you're confident. You have 4 games left to go to try to get a big win. Next week, you travel up to Martinsburg, then you go to Musselman. You host Musselman the following week. So going into those games, what gives you hope that you might be able to compete with Martinsburg and be able to knock them off?
It's just watching film, seeing what they do, and just watching their schemes and stuff like that, and just practicing our stuff and going 110% every day in practice and just coming out ready.
For sure. And again, ladies and gentlemen, the Home Team Sports player of the game, Phil Shields, over 150 yards all-purpose with a touchdown. We appreciate you guys watching us tonight. We'll be back next weekend. We'll make sure we drop where we'll be at on Facebook. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, love, share all of our content. Tune in to More Than the Game with Fritz and Pitts every Friday, too, before the game to get our analysis projections for the week. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.
Since opening in 2017, we have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.